our country. We can't claim that we're Americans. We can't claim that we're from France.
Am I
we
doing,
are
am I,
Nigerians. What is the way
am
forward? You are a strong voice in the northern region.
am I not?
We've been condemning this government. We've been condemning several governments. What is the way forward? Security is all about you and I. It's not only for the government. So what is the way forward? We need a permanent solution, lasting solution to this, because everybody has had it up to here.
You
in
elect,
Nigeria,
you,
regarding
elect,
this.
you elect good leaders when time comes.
How? With the electoral fraud going on? With
You're asking me which way forward. I'm telling you.
How do we get this right? You've been in the system
it's very simple
over
now.
Over 2-3
it's
decades
very
now.
simple. Don't take their 200 naira and their Indomie.
When there's poverty in the land,
it's okay.
and
Then
people keep saying when you ask, when you tell them,
and suffer. Take it and suffer. You know that me, I'm not concerned with what is happening. All that I can do is to go to my farm and produce enough to eat.
You have a farm and you're not scared going to your farm because of the rising state of security.
If I stay at home, I die of hunger. If I go to the farm, if I'm lucky, I escape.
So you have to give words of encouragement to farmers so that we won't go.
They can't do. Look at it. Even the farming has been destroyed by this government. They made massive importation. Do you know how much a bag of beans is costing? 25,000 naira. So, how many bags of beans do you have to farm and sell and buy one bag of fertilizer?
That's serious. Now, Laji, back to my question.
Yes.
How do we get out of
government should stop selfishness and do the job.
How do they do the job? About it?
How do they do the job?
Excuse me.
I suggested they bring in mercenaries to sort out the country. If they can't bring in mercenary, let them ask Britain to come back and colonize us.
To colonize us, going back to 60
you don't know elder statesman Samu Mbakwe before his death. That's his suggestion, and I supported him then.
So you prefer for us to go back to
of course now days? They can sanitize the country, put us on the rule of law, and teach us democracy and good governance and stop corruption.
But you know the presidency cannot do this alone. The lawmakers, the presidency cannot do this alone. What about the lawmakers? What about the government?
Now, forget
because
about
all this stuff.
No, forget about the judiciary, forget about the legislature, forget about the presidency. You, what's your priority in life?
My priority is to have peaceful environment.
So, does it matter
that I can go out tomorrow and not look my back or be suspecting my next door neighbor?
Does it matter whether it is a blue man or a black man or a yellow man that brings that peace to you and put food on the table? I'm a very patriotic person. That's why I have the guts to say this. You know that those in authority wouldn't like my guts. But they should be pleased, they should be happy that somebody can stand up and tell them what they need to do or what they are not doing, and they should do. At the rate we are going, if the bandits have a communication among themselves, they can take over Abuja. If 500 motorcycles, 33 bandits on each motorcycle, from Lokoja, from Kaduna, and from Kefi, which military man will stop here to save you? Sheikh Gumi? I hope you know that Gumi was a soldier. You know? He was a captain or a major in the Nigerian army.
He can play a vital role to help out.
To help what?
Can he?
To help what? Who?
To help Nigerian government, of course.
Is Nigerian government interested in bringing peace? They don't need a Gumi. They should know what to do.
So you think Gumi is doing the right thing?
They don't need a Gumi. They know what to do. They don't want to do that because that doesn't bring money into the pocket.
Because he's still talking about negotiation. No.
You see, I think I better educate Nigerians. even if we go to war, the end product is that we finish it on the table. But you have to put as much pressure as Trump is now putting on Nigeria to extract from the opponent. So, Gumi is a patriotic Nigerian who has a view. It may not resonate with me or you, but he remains a Nigerian with an alternative view to that of government. And let me tell you, if you are looking for the truth, ask your enemy or your opponent. Because from your sycophants and bootlickers, you will never get the truth. So, as far
you will dance especially for me today. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. I think I thought I should share this video because I have found that the problem that we are facing in Nigeria has been staring us in the face. It's quite obvious now in terms of why the country is not moving forward. As you must have seen the video of the what's his name, Galadima. He suggested that we need to be recolonized as a solution to the problem. He talked about how they can be able, they will teach us how to be less corrupt, secure, and develop. That is, for me, is something that tells you the mindset of the people that are governing the country. Galadima belongs to that generation. And one of the developing news is that the defense minister has resigned. He has quit. And we are going to be getting a new defense minister in Nigeria. I don't necessarily know what this current government is doing. But one thing I can tell you, Nigerians, is that they know exactly what needs to be done. I am more convinced than ever of what needs to be done. The evidence is overwhelming of what needs to be done. It's just overwhelming. It's blindingly obvious what needs to be done. And the reason why they are not doing this is clear to see from the point of view of Galadima. First problem we have in that country is that we need all the old guys out of power. They simply need to go. They are not for this time. They are simply not for this time. They've got to go. Every single one of them, because they can't see beyond what they know. They were British subjects when they were younger. You heard what Galadima said. He said one other Nigerian elder statesman also recommended the same solution. That is the mindset they have. They never saw themselves as a free people. They never did. They've all got to go. Anybody over 60 should not even be running for office in Nigeria. Because there's a big divide between them and the ones that are basically, I think the average, the median age in Nigeria is about 18 years, and they make up about 40-something% of the population. How can these people govern that country? We keep having old people in office. If you are beyond 60 years, don't even go near that office. That's one solution that we need in that country. There could be exceptions here and there that know what they are doing, but we have to resign our faith that they just are not capable of offering what they cannot understand. Because if a grown man like Galadima is asking for other people to come and save us, that tells you everything you need to know. That's one. And in terms of our national security issues, what I have found that was so obvious to anybody, I've been saying it forever, that they need to recruit into the security forces. So when I said that, a lot of people debated this stuff with me. Guess what? The evidence is beginning to mount everywhere you turn. It's everywhere. One of the evidence is that all the presidential candidates in the last election, that's one big evidence. All of them said they were going to recruit into our security services. Every single one of them said that is one evidence you want to have. But when they get into office, they never do anything about it at all. That is the one thing they never do. And to let you know that they are all complicit, you see Peter Obi that recommended recruiting 1 million holding Tinubu accountable for that, for not recruiting, while our people keep getting this kidnapped. Many of them, they say we should not use the K word. Many of them are losing their lives. IDP camps in our country, when we know what needs to be done in that country. Every single one of them are complicit. From Peter Obi, Kwankwaso, all of them, they are complicit in this. Because they know the solution. You have the evidence. They know. They told you that before the election. Why did they all pull back from that position? Ask yourself, why did every single one of them pull back from that position? Now, when Trump threatened them, guess what they all are trying to do now? Recruit. Why did they not do it? This government borrowed more than $20 billion just last year. Nigeria has lost more than $1 trillion. When I tell you $1 trillion in the last 15 years due to insecurity alone, in the last 15 years, Nigeria has lost more than $1 trillion. Do you know what $1 trillion is? That is 1,001 billion. Do you know what that could do for the people? These people know what the problem is, and they refuse to do anything about it. And because they are all old men, and some of them are even like someone like Wagaso is relatively, I don't know how young he is, but even he betrays the people because they never say anything about it again the moment they leave office. The campaign ends. They never say anything about it. You don't see them saying, this is my campaign promise. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to be pushing the government to do it. Or the government, you promised to do the same thing. Why didn't you do it? Our people are getting kidnapped, slaughtered. These people are heartless. They know. And one other evidence I can put forward to show you that these people know. Because when they look at even UN recommendation, they know the Nigerian security forces don't have the capacity. They don't have the manpower to do it. And they have the money to do it because they just borrowed it. They have the money to do it, but they don't do it. They know that, how people be like to talk about UN all the time. How the UN indexes and different indexes that he loves to talk about all the time. He knows it. He knows that we are not secure. Why is he not holding the president accountable? Why is he not putting his leg on fire? Say, why are you not recruiting? Our people are getting kidnapped. Our people are getting slaughtered. Herders are coming to the south. Why is he not doing anything about that? Because every time you see politicians, they like to be popular, don't they? So why is he not doing that? Because every time somebody gets kidnapped, every time there's an attack somewhere, P2B will become more popular. But why does he not do that? Ask yourself, they are all complicit in this. Now, the third nail in the coffin on this issue, first, the elders are compromised. Secondly, the presidential candidates, every single one of them are compromised on this issue. They don't want to solve the problem. None of them do. Thirdly, they know the numbers issue. They all know it, and the UN, everybody has said it. Now, I have said it, I'm nobody. Of course, I'm nobody. Anybody that knows political science knows that a nation has to have national security as their priority. As a matter of fact, almost all African leaders know this. This is a big problem we are facing here. Every single one of them know this. Now, do you know what I discovered again today? You would think this is something, that I should have known by now, because I never really bothered to do that. Because what I normally do is I just check the data and just say, okay, what is going on here? Look at our security forces. They are too undermanned. They are not, they cannot secure the country. So I went online today and I said, you know what? Let me just check this for once. Then I asked a simple question. I said, looking at the Nigeria insecurity situation, do a deep dive and find a solution for the Nigerian security problem that we face based on our capacity. Guess what? If you ask that question on any platform, on any AI platform, the solution is the same. The solution is the same. Anywhere you ask that question, the solution is the same. It doesn't matter anywhere. That's how simple it is. So it's almost as if we are blind somehow, that we don't see it, or we pretend as if it's not, the solution is not there. Maybe the people are complicit to themselves. Do you know what they all say? First of all, one of them, they will just start saying, clearly we are undermanned. That's where they start from. That the number one solution, you have to recruit more people into your security forces. That is always their number one solution. Every single one of them. I can do that online now, so you can see it yourself. From ChatGPT, Perplexity, Cloud, name all of them is the same solution. They are all listing based on Nigerian data. And we are saying this stuff is not because, do you know what AI does? AI uses search engines. They use data that's already available. That is something I have already done. Based on data that's already available, that this is how nations are built. You have to have enough security forces. And the evidence is on the ground itself. You hear people, you saw that image of the live stream. You saw the image of the live stream. I hate seeing our people cry because they send their children to school and their children vanish. 200, 150 disappear into the wilderness and nobody knows where they are. The security forces will pretend as if they don't know what is going on. The leaders will turn the other side. And Nigerians will be talking about north-south divide, east-west, when your leaders are betraying you. And this is not only Nigeria. This is happening almost in every black nation. These people are awful. This old generation, they need to go because they don't understand it at all. You heard what Galadima said. They are all compromised, or they can't even see. They can't see it. The only solution he has in mind is, let us get recolonized. Let them teach us. He literally said, let them come and teach us how to govern. How can they? Do you know Galadima was, people like him, they came after the generation when we have lost the colonization wars. So they are already conditioned to think like that. How can such people rule your country well? They cannot. They don't have the capacity. Anybody under above 60 should not be running for office in Africa right now. But because they can't see it. The people they are governing are young generation that understand what sovereignty truly means. If they have to fight for it, let them fight for it. But these old people cannot be telling us what to do anymore because they don't have the capacity to think like that. It doesn't mean we should stop respecting them as elders, but they should not govern. They should not make strategic decisions for us. Otherwise, if you leave them to do that, they will mortgage your future because they don't see you as worthy of being free. They don't see you as being worthy to lay down your life to free yourself. They can't see it. They are incapable of seeing it. That is your problem there. If you want to, and you wonder why they go about talking about tribalism and they condition the people to be divided all the time. Because they don't have it in them. They simply can't. When you hear the way he talks, you can see clearly that he doesn't understand the real problems of the country. He even quoted another leader that came before him that said the same thing in Nigeria. These are the ones that are voicing it out openly. How about the ones that are not even voicing it out? We all saw our national security advisor kind of begging Oyibo people. We all saw it, didn't we? He was begging, basically. We can't carry on like this. We all know what the problem is. We need to challenge our leaders to deliver on the solution because it's as clear as day. It's not even hard. You have the people in the country, secure the country, stop our people getting kidnapped, stop our people losing their lives needlessly. They made our country unlivable for Nigerians, that many Nigerians, probably millions, leave that country every year. These people are wicked. They are driving their own people crazy. Young generations are there. They are running out of the country. Instead of them to do something to stop it, they all pretend as if they don't know. And what should really jar your mind is they are all complicit. Every single one of them. From Peter, even in Showore, they are all complicit. Because if they cannot know this, either they are complicit or they are totally inept. Because the reason why I say they are totally inept, that's they don't even have capacity to rule. Because how can you have a problem for over 15 years now? 15 years. It didn't occur to you once that you don't have enough people. When the solution is so obvious. It didn't occur to them once. Once. You, anybody, go online now, do your own research yourself. Use any tool you want. Ask them, based on Nigerian capacity that we have now, and based on the insecurity challenges we are facing, ask it to provide a solution for you. And you hear whether they will be telling you about socio-economic stuff and all that stuff. They will talk about those things, but they will tell you, one of the number one thing they will tell you is you don't have enough people in your security forces. And they know it. And what makes it bad is because they know it. They all promise it during the election. That is what makes them complicit. If they didn't know it, I would say they're just downright stupid. They are incapable. We should all treat them like the old people too. They all know it because they all promise it. The only person that didn't promise to recruit more into the security forces is Showore. Because Showore basically produced a human rights manifesto. That's what that one is there for. This country is not that hard to run. This is a short live stream. The country is not that hard to run. We know the problem. I've listed them. The elders that are ruling you, they are incapable. They simply cannot see beyond what they know. No, it's not their fault. You have to stop them. And this country has more than the younger population, they are growing now. And before the election, those people that are 18 years today, they will be 20 years tomorrow. And the people that are 16 years today, they will be 18 years by the time the election comes around. So when they go and vote, they should not support these old people. They don't understand it. They simply don't. If you look deep into them, if you just open your head and check inside, these are colonial subjects. They don't understand how to rule. It's not their fault. They never fought for a country. They never built a country. Some other person built it and just handed it over to them. You need to tell them, Oga, you've had your time, step aside. Because after all, people like Babangida, all of them, they were relatively young when they took over. The young generation need to step up. Otherwise, these older ones will mortgage your future before your very eyes. They will sell it. Maybe they're already doing it. Maybe they're already making plans for it to come to fruition. Because they don't know any better. This is why they run to Washington. They run to everywhere else. Every time they steal your money, they take it to Washington. Every time they want to go for treatment, they take it to Washington and United Kingdom. They don't know anything else. These signs are all there. Every single one of them. They are not worthy of your vote. That's all I can say. These three problems, the elders, that's number one. They cannot rule. Your politicians, they are all complicit. All the top politicians are complicit. The only person that cannot say directly whether he's complicit, maybe he's just inept, is Shore, because he didn't even propose recruiting more at all. So he didn't even see it at all. The reason why the politicians are complicit is because they saw it, they said it, and they don't do anything about it when they start ruling. Opposition and the government, or they are all in cahoots. Because there's no reason why P2B kept quiet after the election. There's no reason why Kwankwaso kept quiet after the election. And there's no reason why Atiku kept quiet after the election. And after the election, the only thing they start talking about is social economic stuff. Why do you think they keep doing that repeatedly? But when they go to the election, they actually give you the real solution. They know the real solution. And now that Trump has pressured them, if there's anything that's going to come out of that Trump thing, it starts showing you their cracks. When the cracks start showing, you start seeing the real solutions, because they are now talking about state police. Let's recruit more into the security force. Why didn't they do it before? Did P2B not know about it? They all know about it. Why didn't they do it before? Did P2B not see Tinubu borrow $20 billion? It takes far less to recruit. Even if you want to recruit 1 million, it's not going to take you $20 billion to do that. You can secure every inch of Nigeria so that nobody gets kidnapped. Do you know if this kidnapping goes away, do you know how many Nigerians will return back to the country? Do you know how many will flood back inside that country? These people are keeping us in bondage, literally in bondage. You don't say you don't know about it. And everything I've told you here is all 100% true. Go and check it yourself. Go and check that this will compromise you. The final one, because I've said two, elders, politicians, the final one is the data. The data is all there. The data is all there telling you. If you cannot interpret the data, use Google. If you cannot do that, go to other nationals and tell them, let them look at the data. Don't use, if you think I'm being biased, just go to other nationals or use your own tools. Use any AI tool and ask them. Let me see if I can bring the question so that you can see it. It's so obvious. These things, they can solve the problem, but they chose not to solve the problem. They pretend as if, oh, when people get kidnapped, we care about them. And many Nigerians, you all do it too, because you say you care about all these people that are getting kidnapped. You don't actually see the solution. I don't think most Nigerians have actually bothered to check. Because if they have bothered to check, many of them will be saying exactly what I've said. If they've actually bothered to check. Because the information is not hidden. It's right there out in the open. Have you bothered to check the data yourself? To see how your security forces are structured? Why is it that they are so small in number compared to the population and the insecurity challenges that they are facing? Why are they so small? Has anybody in Nigeria bothered to check the data? Because is it because you have been conditioned to think that, oh, it's because of corruption, it's because of tribalism, it's because of all this other thing? That's why you didn't check? To the point whereby even I didn't even bother to check any kind of AI. I just used my own data, common sense, and deductive reasoning to say, okay, why is it that even America, one soldier to 150 people, but Nigeria is one soldier to 1,000 people? That doesn't seem fair. Our soldiers don't even have good weapons, and yet they have to depend 1,000 people. That's too hard for them to do. It's too hard for them to do. And when I tell Nigerians that the Nigerian military, they are overperforming, you should be thanking them for the job that they are doing at all. Many of them are paying with their lives in that country. For what? For people that are ungrateful about it, and at the same time for people that don't even understand the problem. If you take your time to search the information yourself, you will see it. Elders, politicians, data. Nigerians talk about data a lot. They'll say we don't have data, we cannot count our population, we cannot count anything. check your security data and see what is happening. It's not because the problem is not because a few people or even half of the military is compromised. No, that's not the problem. The problem is not because of Sheikh Gumi. Sheikh Gumi may be abhorrent and his opinions may be abhorrent, but it's not your problem. Your problem is your politicians. All the ones you have voted for, they are your problems. Your elders don't even, to them, to be fair, the elders, you can't blame them, they were subjects. They don't have a clue what they are doing. It's up to you, the younger ones, to stop them and say your time is past. You don't understand the challenges we are facing here. Because they will go and you will remain. You better hope that by the time they go, they don't put you in chains first before they go. Because that's what Galadima is recommending. Because he's not going to be there when we get recolonized. He's not going to be there for long. Is he? He's going to be gone, and then you will be the one that will be colonized. You all have the answers now. You have the answers. This is as simple as it's come. It's not even rocket science. It's just there. Your elders are number one problem. Your politicians are number one, and the second ones. And the third one is the data. The fact that we don't have enough people on the ground to secure the country. Now they've gone and the defense minister has resigned. They are bringing another one in. What is the other one going to do? Is he a magician? Is he a spirit? If something is happening 50 miles away in Nigeria, inside the bush forest and a remote area, how is he going to get there? Is he spirit? You have to be there already. You need people there. Every country does it. Every country does it. It's an open secret. And when they say they should recruit, many Nigerians say, where do you get the money? No, the money is there. They've already borrowed 20 billion last year. 20 billion could recruit 1 million it would pay for 1 million for more than 3 years. 20 billion, do you know how much that is? That's a lot of money. How much do you pay Nigerian soldiers? Even if it doubles their salary. And I did a calculation, even if you double the Nigerian salary, military salary, it will still go a lot longer. Double their salary, increase their welfare, treat them as heroes, as they are supposed to. Every nation does this. Look at that general that lost his life now. I don't even know whether they even bother to remember him properly. I don't even know whether they treated him as even a hero. He paid with his life. People defending the country. I remember the young lady that was a pilot that lost her life. These are the 3 challenges you face in that country. And if it's not taken care of, forget it. Forget it. These people are going to mortgage your future, and you are not going to have anything left. And they are already at it. They are already doing it. This is why when you think that Tinubu is against Trump coming to Nigeria, don't be sure. Don't be sure he's against it. Maybe that has always been the plan. I've always called them a caretaker government. They are just taking care for their masters to return. Because they never saw themselves as being free. They just gave them the keys to the house and the Oga left. Why would Galadima not be saying what he's saying? An insult. That is an insult to about 1.45 billion black people around the world to say that we should be recolonized. And he didn't just say it, he described what they would do for us. That should scare the living daylight out of every Nigerian. That these are grown men that have lived in an independent nation, and this is how they still think. A few words. Some people say words is enough for the wise. There's nothing much I can tell you. I've just given you the truth of the situation. All your politicians are compromised. The elders don't have anything to offer you other than old parables and old wisdom. But in terms of strategic thinking about governing your nation, they don't have a clue. They don't understand nation because the nation that they had was taken away from them during colonization. They don't have it. They don't understand it. They simply don't. The new generation have to learn statecraft, understand how nations are structured. It's not that complicated, really. There are many political scientists there that you can read to find out how nations are structured. Build your own nation. The young nation should rebuild the nation the way it's meant to be built. Most of all this when we complain about is because we are bleeding, because these old people don't have a clue what they are doing. They are busy taking all our money and sending it overseas, taking their chest and going to put it overseas, taking their children and taking it overseas. Everything is overseas for them. And then even governance, they want to even associate overseas too. You see how they are talking about mercenaries? That's how they bring foreigners in. They want mercenaries in there. Before you know it, it's a military base. Before you know it, you are colonized again. It's our choice. So we either choose to be free or we choose to be colonized. And what makes colonization even worse is I have no control over what your fate is going to be. They could decide that they will leave you there, just keep you poor. They could decide that tomorrow they want to clear you out of the land. Do you know how they used to treat the Zimbabweans? Whenever a British person arrives, they will take their land from them. Another British person arrives from Europe, they will take their land and kick them out. Another British person arrives, they will take their land and kick them out. That is how brutal the treatment was. They were kicking them out of their lands and putting them in extreme areas where the land is not fertile. It was that brutal. Nigerians didn't experience that. They will take their land, kick the people off the land. Anytime they want more land, they take it. Just almost like what is happening in Palestine, really. But that one was more brazen because nobody is there to stop them. No, there's no media, there's no international, there's no TikTok, there's no nonsense. They will take it and kick you out. If you don't leave, if you are lucky, you survive it. That's why the Zimbabweans were so pissed. And they fought for their independence. And that's why they fought for that land. That's why they were so crossed. Because it was awful what happened to them. I will leave it there. I think I just wanted to come and share this because when I saw that video of Galadima and then saw the data and saw that our politicians already know this problem and they pretend as if they don't know it, and now they want to start shuffling the deck again. President said that they want to recruit 20,000. What is 20,000 going to do for anybody? You don't need. It's not 20,000 you need. You need hundreds of thousands. These people are liars, deceivers. They don't want to do the right thing by the nation. I'm telling you, your country needs at least 1 million in your security forces to stabilize that nation. At least. And these people, anybody that comes and tell you that, oh, we are recruiting 12,000 today, we are recruiting 20,000 today, we are recruiting 100,000 tomorrow, they are not telling you the truth. They are trying to keep you in the same position where you are. Because those bandits will just go from here to there and there and there, on round and round. That's what they're going to be doing. On and on and on. You're going to be circling yourselves. Every country that's had a problem, look at them. Algeria had a big problem in Algeria. Today, how many do you hear it anymore? And their population is about 30 million, and they have by far about 3 or 4 times the size of their military that Nigeria has. And they are about 30-something million. We are about 250 million. Egypt had the same problem. Do you remember when Egypt used to get bombed all the time? They used to have similar problem. It's not so different, but theirs didn't even get this bad before they reacted. Their children weren't getting kidnapped from schools, married off to bandits. They reacted and plugged the hole very quickly. And because of that, Egypt has a military of almost 1 million in case they need them. Somebody was using an example of Germany having a relatively small military. Even the active military that Germany has is more active than the Nigerian military in terms of being military. They versus their population is still higher than that of Nigeria. If Nigeria had similar military as that of Germany, we'll be looking at somewhere around 600,000 instead of 200,000. And if you take the reserves in the German military, the reserve, Germany, they lost the Second World War. They were not even supposed to build a military. But their reserve is almost 1 million. And they pay them for training and all the rest. That reserve, they go for training all the time. They pay them almost 1 million. This is a country at peace. Nobody's kidnapping people from their schools. Nobody's blocking them on when they are traveling on the road to come and rob them. Or in their farm, they get this thing, they go and massacre a whole village. Nobody, they are not facing that. And look at how prepared they are. Because you have to prepare for the rainy day. You always have to prepare for the rainy day. But this is our useless leader, these old men. They will keep us where we are. Pretend as if they don't, maybe the old ones can see. But the politicians can see. The reason why I say they can see, because they said it. They said it in the election. I will keep repeating it over and over again so we understand. They said it already themselves. And when the election is over, they don't see anything anymore. Every single one of them, including P2B. If you find one evidence that P2B, after the election, told Tinubu to recruit into the military, show it to me. If you have any evidence that P2B did that, show it to me. And this is the same person, when he was running, he wanted to do it. If you believe that was good for your nation, why did you stop advocating it? Why did he stop advocating it? Is it because he's waiting for himself to be the one to implement it? Is that not selfish? No, I don't think that's what he was waiting for. That's not what he was waiting for. They are just downright compromised people. They pretend as if they are going to do something because Tinubu said the same thing. He got into office, he probably forgot everything else that he promised everybody. But he did everything else. The currency, subsidies, student loans, everything else he promised, he did it. Other than that single one, that is even the most important of them all. That stuff has cost Nigeria $1 trillion. $1 trillion in the last 15 years alone. And they get into office, they pretend as if they can't see it. If I didn't know better, I would say these people are worse than compromise. They are downright traitors to our people. And when they say they feel sympathy for those people that are getting kidnapped and people that are losing their lives, don't believe them. Thank you. I'll leave that for now. And I just thought I should share that information. And I'm just gonna. This is the week for the Ibani culture, and so I was just introducing them. So, I didn't know this stuff was on the screen all this while. So, I'm gonna play their music as a closing intro or outro, they call it. Hopefully, we are gonna see you guys this weekend, and it's gonna be an interesting live stream because there's still a lot going on right now in Nigeria. You know, with defense minister resigning, they are going to put another one there. Nigerian government pretending as if they are moving their legs, recruiting 50,000 here and there, 30,000 here and there, and even everybody seems to be in trouble. Even Burna Boy is in trouble. Everybody's even Burna Boy is in trouble. What is wrong with Nigerians? Even Burna Boy has caught another one because he insulted his fans. So there you go. The word is enough for the wise, and all this nonsense about tribalism, religious problem, they are all distractions. They are all distractions. The real problem is there, and if you sort that problem out in terms of national security, you will see Nigerians flooding back, and all the problems we have would most by and large be resolved. Even all the complaints in Nnamdi Kanu had, like when we're talking about seaport and all those, they will all be sorted out. Because when you are secure, you can deal with anything else. Security is sucking so much attention away from everything else. Not just attention, it's sucking money away. The money we should be using to build all those seaports, roads, and healthcare, and all those things that we want. That Nnamdi Kanu claimed he wanted. All those will be sorted out if the nation is secure. So, like I said, a word is enough for the wise. Till next time. Bye.
make you dance especially for me today. Yeah. Yes. Oh yes, remove your shoes, yeah.